Yo, YouTube, it's your boy Goyari, back at it again with another upload. And today, as you can see by the title, I'm going to be bringing you guys some exciting Amethyst Ben Simmons gameplay. Alright, but real quick before I do, just show you guys the gameplay, I just want to say I really appreciate all the love you guys been showing me. I'm so close to 400. So if you are new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And one more thing, I am a little sick, so if I do sound different, that's why. Literally, the whole 10th grade at my school is sick for whatever reason, and unfortunately, I'm one of the people that got sick. All right. But anyway, like I said, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and yeah, let's get into this gameplay. All right. Now, a few days ago, 2K, they did decide to give us some moments cards. I'm actually happy that they did. And, one of those cards happened to be the Amethyst Ben Simmons. All right, now this card is really versatile to the point where he can literally play the 1 through the 5. All right, he has the ball control to play the 1, and he has the rebounding to play the 5. All right, now as you can see, 91 offense, 90 defense. And he is 6'10", 230 pounds. Standing and driving layup at 97. Post fadeaway only a 73. Post hook only a 76. But his post control is a 79. And his shot close is a 96, which is pretty solid. Now we're just going to skip through the shooting stats because of course he can't shoot. I really like Ben Simmons, but he can't shoot. But as you can see, his driving dunk is a 90. Contact dunk is an 80. His passing and just his playmaking is pretty good. The only problem that I do have with him running the 5 is his defense and his strength, alright? But anyway, as you can see right here, his rebounding is very high. His speed is a 93, speed with ball an 86, acceleration 93, vertical is a 90, so you already know he's snagging. But like I said, the only problem I have with this Ben Simmons is, just his strength and his post defense, alright? But anyway, let's get into the badges. 1-man fast break, hustle rebounder, dimer, difficult shots, pick and roll maestro, break starter, posterizer, of course, acrobat, relentless finisher, flashy passer, floor general, microwave, spark plug, clutch performer, and alpha dog. Alright. But anyway, let's get into the gameplay. And you can see Ben Simmons matchup is only a 94. 94, he checked James Harden. And shout out to my opponent. All right, my opponent was really chill, and my opponent was really nice. And he also, did subscribe to me. So if you are watching the video, I really do want to give a shout out to you, just for being a cool person. All right, but let's get into the gameplay. Now, as you can see, Ben Simmons, bringing the ball up court, trying to, we trying to shake my opponent a little bit. But I do realize that this is a mismatch. So you see, I just hit him with the post spin with the easy slam straight up to the rack. All right, now, that's something I do like about tall guards. You can literally just do a post spin off of the smaller guards, not only because they're smaller, but also because they're weaker. My fault, my cat just started jumping off my bed. Anyway, yeah, you see we get that good defense and an easy slam in transition with Ben Simmons. But like I was saying, yeah, not only because of the height, but the strength as well. So that's something I do like about taller guards, and that's why I like Magic so much. Not just because of his defense, but his offensive mismatch that he causes. Alright. But you see, we do end up sagging off of, James Harden, and he ends up hitting that. That was a mistake on my end, but, we going to get him right back. All right, now, as you can see, post spin once again into an easy slam while we're blinking red. And the score is already 6-3. We already have all 6 of our points with Big Ben, all right? Back on defense, I'm trying to see what my opponent is doing. It looks like he's trying to use James Harden, and I do end up sagging off just a wee bit. And you see, I'm trying to see what my opponent's doing, but we end up allowing him to get to the rack with that slow dunk animation, alright? Sometimes, whenever I see those dunk animations, I'm just those are so unrealistic. But I'm right here, I do end up pausing for a few seconds just to end up going to game chat with my opponent. Like I said, my opponent was really chill, so, shout out to him for that. And you see, we do end up pulling it through with Blake, and we break. All right. At this point, like when I first started the game, I actually wasn't trying to score with Ben Simmons, but it just ended up naturally happening. Now you can see we're down by 2. All right, the score is currently 8-6. Now we're back on offense, and we have Ben Simmons, so you already know I'm about to cheese with him. We about to get glitchy out here. All right, now we hit him with the floater, and that is bread. That floater animation was actually pretty beautiful, and then you can see Ben Simmons is in sicko mode. All right, if you don't know what sicko mode is, it's takeover. It's an inside joke that I started or whatever. But we do end up letting James Harden get passes, but we get the block. Another thing I like about tall point guards is their defense. Not just their offense, but their defense. But we're slamming it straight on the diamond Paul Gasol right there, alright? Now, if you don't know what the slash and takeover does, it allows you to get blow-by animation. So whether or not somebody's off-balling you or on-balling you, when you're in that slash and takeover, you will end up getting blow-by animations to finish straight to the rack, alright? But you see, we're getting straight to the rack again, and we end up slamming on Paul Gasol for the second time. Another thing that slash and takeover does, if you are a small forward, or if you're a point guard, shooting guard, small forward, you do end up getting a plus 10 on ball control, because that is not ball control. Playmaking is a primary attribute for slashers. So that's why you see he's dribbling faster. And we do end up taking this to the rack once again with Ben Simmons. So the score is 10-14 currently. All right. Now, back on defense, and we end up getting another block. I believe that Ben Simmons finished this game with 3 blocks, and he played very well, but just another easy slam. This card is overpowered. Like I said, it could play the 1 through the 5. Yeah, I actually wouldn't really recommend this at the shooting guard, so I'd say probably just the 1, the 3, the 4, and the 5. But yeah, this card is pretty godly, alright? Like, this might be, like I said, this is literally a budget Giannis, with the exception of the shooting. He can rebound, he can, make plays, and also, he can yam on defenders and get to the rack easily. We just got to the rack easily, and the score is now 10-18. We're back on defense, and he hits him with the 3rd block of the game. You see, Ben Simmons over there clapping it up, He got to celebrate for the amazing defense and offense he's been playing this game, all right? Now, one thing, I wanted to do, I actually wanted to put Ben Simmons in my lineup. Now, I don't know what position I'm going to start him as. I have him coming off my bench currently, and I have him currently coming off as center over the Diamond Bob Lanier. But I don't know whether or not I want to run him at the point guard or the center position off of my bench, That is something I'm currently having trouble with deciding. But you see, back on offense, hitting with the easy slam, he cannot guard that. The score is now 13-20, alright? Now, back on defense, I'm just trying to, get the game over real quick. Because, what I'm saying? Game is already in, my hands. And, like I said, the game is already in my hands, and I'm just trying to get this over with. But we do end up getting the bump steal animation, but we don't end up getting the ball. We're back on defense. We're trying to see what my opponent is doing, and he ends up making that in Ben Simmons' face. I'm like, oh yeah? So because of that, we got to get our little revenge. And we end up taking it right to the rack on James Harden and end up dunking on this man's head, alright? But anyway, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and share the video if you enjoyed it. I upload my team content, multiple days per week, alright? So that is the reason why you should subscribe to Young Papa Goyard, alright? But we do make 476 MT from that game. And now let's look at the stats. Ben Simmons had dropped 22, shooting 11 for 11 with 8 dunks and 3 blocks. Anyway, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and share the video for more content like this. Anyways, I'm out.